Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, guys, from wherever you're watching me from. Welcome back to my channel. This is Blossom Benta. So we've been talking about the weddings. We've been talking about myths that surround the dead, because in the African communities, especially in the Luos, they have a lot of myths that normally surrounds the dead. And here I wanted to talk about the wedding spirits. And the wedding spirits is just like the roaming spirits, like I'm talking about Nyawawa. If I told you are a Luo, I know you know what I'm talking about. And what are these wedding spirits? These are the spirits of the dead people who died long ago. Yeah, they died long ago, and they normally come maybe during the months of November, if I'm not wrong, or between November and October. That is when they normally come, and you'll feel it whenever they are passing. You'll just feel some cold towards you. You just feel like everything is not normal. Yeah, everything is not normal. You just feel like no, I'm not alone. There's something going on. So these spirits normally come from the lake as they pass across. So anytime they are passing across, they normally leave very bad, like a very bad outcome. Yes. During that time, you'll find that there are a lot of colds, people are sickling, something of that sort. So people know that they are passing when they hear other communities, not other communities, but when they hear the beating of drums and the hitting of the saucepans, because that is what they normally do. If at all you start hearing, you are in the village, and you start hearing people hitting the pots, hitting the saucepans, hitting the drums, or clapping, that means that the wedding spirits are passing by, and that is what you're supposed to be doing, because they always pass from one village to another. So you'll just hear people taking cans, because if you hear them, because it is like one person, if at all one person hears it, the person is going to inform the other person by hitting these drums. So if at all you hear the hitting of the drums, especially during the night, because it normally happens in the night, during the night. It doesn't happen in the morning. It always happens during the night. So how do you know that these wedding spirits are passing by? These wedding spirits, you'll know when, because maybe all of a sudden you just hear somebody speaking, because they normally talk with them. They can see each other, but with you cannot see them. So you just hear, maybe it's like a mother quarreling with a kid, or she exchanging words with the kid, maybe telling the kid to hurry up, because it is just a chain of spirits that are coming. So some of the spirits are coming with their kids or their relatives that died long time ago. So you just hear those confrontation of words between these spirits, but you won't see the spirits. So if at all you hear those things, know that these wedding spirits or wandering spirits are coming. And what are you supposed to be doing? What you're supposed to be doing is take a can. Yeah, take a can, take anything that you can hit and start hitting it. Even if it is a sufuria is just a saucepan, or even if it is a pail, you just take the pail and start hitting it like this, hitting it like this. So anytime you're hitting it like this, it is like telling the spirit, go away, go away, go away, lek. And lek in my language is like nam. When you say nam, it's like you're directing them to the lake. Yeah, because even in the Bible, the devil, when Jesus was removing the devil from that madman, he directed the demons towards the lake, towards the river. Or was it towards the river or towards the lake? That is where he directed the spirit. So even then, even now, when these Vedic spirits are passing by, this Nyawa was passing by, what you're supposed to be doing is hit like they can and start hitting it. And as you're hitting it, you're directing them to the lake, telling the wedding spirits to go to the lake, because that is where they belong. So if at all you don't do that, you'll find that some things are going to happen to you. Maybe you're going to fall sick or something of that sort. You're going to be sickly. After that episode, you're going to be sickly and that. Now, what happens if at all that spirits, the wedding spirits, maybe it happens? What happens when all of a sudden maybe you're walking, you're alone walking in the forest or so, because you know in the villages there are a lot of forests. Like where I'm coming from, we have a lot of forest. So what happens, maybe if this spirit starts coming and you are on the way, maybe going home or maybe you going somewhere, what are you supposed to do? Because there you don't even have a can that you're supposed to be hitting. You don't have a drum that you're supposed to be hitting. What are you supposed to be hitting? when it happens, when you hear people hitting the drums or maybe hitting the saucepan, something of that sort, and you're in maybe you're on the way or going somewhere, what you're supposed to be doing is to clap. You just clap like this. Yes, by clapping like this is like chasing them away, telling them to go away, telling them to go away. It's like you're chasing them to go away and not come to you, not to approach you. That is what you're supposed to be doing there, to be doing. I know it's really like people, most of the people are afraid of that, because even walking in the night, walking alone at night, at times it becomes very difficult. So people still believe that these nyawawa or these wedding spirits still exists. They still exist, and you never know why they are coming from the lake. I mean, passing through the village. You never know the reasons to why they're doing that. Maybe there's a reason as to why they're doing that, of which us as human beings, we don't know. But with them, they know, and they're never happy at all. So that is the reason why you're supposed to be chasing them, so that at least they can go away. So till now, still people believe in those wedding spirits. They're called nyawawa. They're called nyawawa. And like for example, you don't do that. Maybe like you don't take a can and start hitting it, or maybe you don't clap your hands. What is going to happen to you? Like, you know, Christianity has come, and Christianity has really solved a lot of things. And Christianity has even helped to sweep away some of the taboos and traditions that most of the people, us Luos, still used to believe in. Like maybe these wedding spirits, these nyawawa, these wandering spirits. Yeah, Christianity has come, and maybe people have relaxed mostly. In fact, a lot of people have really relaxed when it comes to maybe these myths, customs and traditions, when it comes to these wedding spirits, this called nyawawa. So you'll find that in most of the homes, because they believe in Christianity and such, they don't do that. When they start hearing that people are hitting the drums, people are hitting the saucepans, something of that sort, what they do is just to pray, or maybe to start singing, and they are going to pass by. They're not going to come in your compound. They're going to come to pass outside your compound. But if at all you're still believing in these wedding spirits, what you're supposed to do is just follow it. So it's either two-way. It's either you believe in Christianity and stop hitting those drums, or you don't believe it, or you follow the customs and tradition of that community, which is hitting those drums. Because a story is told of a boy. I don't know whether it's a boy or a girl, who he never knew what was supposed to be done to him. I don't know whether he was on the way or something of that sort. Because when these wedding spirits were coming, he never knew what he was supposed to be doing, and as such, he was caught unawares, and the boy became just dumb. Is it dumb or yes, dumb? He couldn't talk for some time. I don't know whether he talked eventually or something, but he couldn't talk. By then he couldn't talk because of that shock that he had. You know, it's shocking by then if you hear people saying that this is what is happening, and maybe you are in there and you didn't know what you're supposed to do, or you didn't do what was expected of you. You just get that shock. Yeah, that shock. No, that is the only thing that normally affects you. That shock is what you know always affect you. But if at all you don't believe in it, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. But if at all you believe in it, it's that is what is supposed to be done. These wedding spirits. And then you also have like still on the spirits of the dead, how people the myth that surrounding the dead. You'll find that maybe there are other spaces, maybe hotspots. There are hotspots for when it comes to death. Yeah, when it comes to death, there are hotspots whereby you cannot a car, maybe vehicles cannot pass. There's maybe some time in that month whereby there are a lot of accidents that normally comes. Because you find even in my village, there are some other places that used to really cause a lot of accidents. And a story was told to me, yeah, by one of my relatives. Let's say for my grandmother. Okay, of a story of maybe there was this, you know, in long time in my village, we only had one car. that's used to carry people all over the used to carry the people, I mean, from the town, let me say from the town to the village. So we only had one car, so that if at all you miss that car, you just have to wait till tomorrow for it again to come. It was like a face you kind of a car or something. Yeah, it was long time ago, though I never saw that car, but it was only one car in the village that people used to use as a means of transport from, let me say, from town to the village. So there was this case whereby somebody wanted to carry charcoal to the city. He wanted to carry charcoal from the village to the city. By bad luck, in that hurry, he was so much in a hurry that he never waited for that charcoal to cool off. You know, after making charcoal, you're supposed to let it cool off. Then after cooling, then you pack it in the sacks. Then after packing in the sack is when you can maybe take it to the car so that it can be carried on top of the body. Is it the body? Yeah, on the top of the body. But since this person was so busy, so like in a hurry, because he never wanted the car to leave him, he just packed everything, and forgetting that some of the charcoal was still hot. So after taking this charcoal, the charcoal was kept where was loaded on top of the body. So when going, you know, with vehicles, the more you move, the more it's like you are trying to ignite the fire that is in the charcoal. So not knowing that the charcoal started burning from the top. It started burning. People would see smoke, smoke at the top of the roof. I'm not at the top of the roof, at the top of the body where the luggages were. So when the driver, and you know how these what do we call them? These how do you call them? These conductors, yes, the way these conductors are, they normally like hanging on the door, then hitting the bars like that. And then the driver, when he sees that, he's always in a hurry, is overspeeding and such. So when people are trying like to stop them, trying to tell them there's fire on top, there's fire on top, with them they thought that these people are like trying to encourage them to move faster and faster, and that is what happened. So what happened is that all of a sudden the fire just ignited everything and just started burning everything, and people were inside. So when the people were inside, one of the women started screaming, and she had a small child, a small baby. Yeah, an infant. She had an infant. So she took the infant and threw that baby outside the window, so that at least the baby could be helped, because she never wanted the baby to get burnt with her inside that car. So when he took the baby and threw the baby outside, one of the women that took the baby from outside, that got hold of the baby from outside, took the baby back and returned the baby back to the fire. You can imagine how heartless some people are. So after doing that, it was like a bad omen. In fact, people were like, no, you shouldn't have done that. The woman trusted you with the baby, and that's the reason why she threw the baby outside, because she saw you and knew that you were going to take care of that baby, because she wanted the baby to be rescued, and that's why she threw the baby outside. But what did you do? You threw the baby back inside the fire, claiming that she never had any resources of taking care of the baby, and that's why she was like, no, I cannot take care of this child, because first of all, she isn't mine, and she's not my the baby is not my responsibility. So why can't so I should just return the baby to the mother, and the mother is getting burnt inside. So it's like the spirit of that mother and that baby were not happy at all. And so since they were not happy, that spot where everything happened, because everything just happened within a twinkle of an eye, just like that. So that spot where the people got burnt became a hot spot full of accidents. Accidents used to happen in that space each and every time. You'll even hear some people have been, and a car has hit another car, people are dead, something like it continued for a long time, for a very long time. It continued like that till one day people decided that enough was enough. And what are you supposed to be doing? To come hold a prayer and fasting day on that spot. And then after holding a prayer and fasting on that spot, we call a pastor, and then the pastor prayed on that spot. People just prayed, and after that there were no more accidents till date. There are no more accidents, and that place where people got burnt has been changed to a recreational facility where people come. During December holidays, they normally go there and and do what? And play intercommunal games and such. So that is what normally happens. Nobody owns that land, that piece of land where accident occurred. Nobody owns it, because it's used, the spirits used to torment people there. Really torment people there. You just hear people like talking in that place, people exchanging words. You couldn't walk alone along that area. You couldn't walk alone there, because I don't know how. And then the accidents were too much on that area, because it was like you would see somebody maybe walking across, maybe a girl or somebody, that's according to their story, walking along that road, and then if the car tries to avoid it, anytime the car tries to avoid it, the car would get into an accident, hit another car and just get into an accident. That is what you usually used to happen, especially during the night. A very beautiful girl will just try to pass by. But if at all you try to like dodge the girl, that is what used to happen. You just get yourself into trouble. You just go ahead, hit another car, and that's that. So these spirits were never happy, especially the spirit of this woman and the spirit of that baby. They were never happy, and that's why that place used to be a hotspot when it came to accident. So things were done there, prayers and fasting were done there, till it became a very nice place. Till date now, that place is just for recreational. It is like a recreational center. Let me put it that way. Nobody owns that piece of land, because in fact, nobody even wants to live there. Nobody even wants to live here, and you will never ever hear anybody coming to complain that that piece of land is his or hers. Nobody. It was just left vacant, just like that. Nobody wants to be associated with it because of those spirits of those people who died on that space, on that spot. Nobody wants to get involved in it. Nobody just wants anything to do with it. So people, I can see it's long, so another video is coming tomorrow. Make sure that you subscribe, make sure that you comment, make sure that you like, make sure that you tell a friend about us. We're still going to continue with the myths that surrounding the dead, especially in the African communities, the Luo community. So till then, be safe.